Morning everybody, Nick from Meat Smoke Fire here on another beautifully sunny summer's day in Cambridge. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, it's cold, it's raining, it's 11:30 on Saturday, so it's raining. Last Saturday we didn't do a show, sorry about that. It was beautiful. Today it's raining, got my woolly hat on and so on. But we're all happy here, including Rudolph. Look at the smile on his face. Anyway, I'm going to take the camera. We've got Helena on the camera today. There's nobody else here. We're all on our own. So we won't be doing questions. Well, we will, but Helena won't be typing and taking them. Look out for Andrea Baum 3 or something. I don't know what her thing is. So Andrea, who normally does the camera, is at home taking down the questions somewhere else in her brand new house. So with our niece Lexi. So brilliant. With the elf Lexi. So yeah, so anyway, let's get on with it. We're going to do usual thing, 3 cooks, 3 eggs, 3 cooks. A little bit festive today, sort of. So we are doing a biscotti, which we've already started down on the baking egg. I call it the baking egg. So we've already got that in, that's up and going, and we'll have a look at that in a minute. We're going to do a kebab, a lamb kofta. So once you're fed up with all that Christmas stuff, have a go at this. It's super easy. So we're going to do a lamb, not a kofta, a lamb doner. We're going to do a doner kebab, basically. And we're also going to do something a little bit Christmassy, I guess, some cheese. So yeah, all very fun. So we have about 3 or 4 minutes left on that egg to bake we've got started it, but I'll show you how to do it in a bit. But first of all, we're going to go straight into the kebab because it's going to take a while. So I'm going to come over here. So I have 500 grams. Thank you, the emergency services. I have 500 grams of lamb mince. So it's just 20% fat. I like a bit of fat in there. You want to get fat to get this flavour. If you haven't got fat in your meat, you've not got flavour. So I tend to go for the 20% fat lamb, 20% fat beef when I'm doing it. None of this lean 5% stuff because there's no flavour to it. Right, into that we're going to mix some herbs and spices. So we have in here a teaspoon of cumin and a teaspoon, so it's ground cumin and a teaspoon of fennel seeds. So we can sprinkle those in. We have some chili powder and some oregano. So a teaspoon of oregano, dried oregano, half a teaspoon of chili powder. My new chili powder, by the way, is absolute rocket fuel. I don't know, compared to the last one, we've caught ourselves out a few times, so get used to how much spices you like. So we'll get those in there. And then we've got some garlic. So I've just crushed a clove of garlic, some salt and some pepper. So we'll get all of that in there, and this is the messy bit, hence I pulled my sleeves up. Let me just move these out of the way and try and keep a little bit tidy as we go. Fat chance. Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. So we're going to get in there and we're just going to squidge this all through. So I'm just mixing those, oops, a bit flown out, get those herbs so they go through the lamb.
Right, I'm going to do a few shout outs whilst you're doing that.
Okay.
So, morning Chubby.
Morning Chubby, that's my brother.
Morning Cheese.
Cheese is on. Cheese in his fancy new house with his lovely outdoor kitchen and his extra large egg. Morning Cheese, how are you?
Sarah from Rose and Rock is on.
Morning Sarah, how's the house coming along? Must have a look at some point.
And Mum is on from home, and
hello,
Andrea
Mama.
And her little elf Lexi.
Morning
is
Andy
there.
and Lexi.
And
have we got Neil Lawrence on from Jamaica?
No.
That family, I don't know, they've had more holidays this year in lockdown than his brother's been to Sardinia twice and watched the show twice, and I think they're now in Jamaica. How do you manage to get away so much?
Sue is on.
Morning Sue Stoneham.
Yeah,
Sue Stoneham?
Yes.
Yeah, morning.
She's working this morning, but happy Christmas to everyone, and says thank you very much
morning,
for the
Sue.
live cooks.
So Sue's down, Sue works in a little barbecue shop called Big Fire down in Torrington. Brilliant little shop, lovely, absolutely lovely. So not only is she Southwest Cook, or was she Southwest Cook of the Year a couple of times, but she also works in a barbecue shop, which is beautiful. So if you're in Torrington, down where they do the Crystal, it is Torrington, isn't it? I will find out. She'll probably say no, it's not. It's Dartington.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
So if you're down in Dartington, not Torrington, anyway, Devon Way, look up Big Fire.
Morning, Steve, barbecue medic.
Morning, Steve. Thank you very much for the Christmas card this week to you and your wife. That was very, very surprised. Yeah. Anyway.
Suggestion from one of our followers has said, add some ginger to Indian lamb dishes for depth and a little authenticity.
Oh, it's not Indian, this. Well, I suppose it could be. This is more Mediterranean. But, yeah, but I like it.
Paul is on. Mindful Belly is
Morning,
on.
Paul. Right.
Okay, right.
So I'm going to form this into the recipe I read. This isn't my recipe. I don't make them all up. Into an aubergine size is what they said. What I need to do is make sure it all sticks together. So I'm just squeezing it together. It's about an aubergine size and shape. What I don't want to do is have it all fall apart. Now I'm going to do it on the rotisserie, but you could do this just indirect or direct, depending on how you want to try it. But I'm going to do it on the rotisserie because I think it gives a lovely result. So I'm just going to push that through, and I am going to put the skewers on just to hold it. They're not through the meat. They're there just to hold it. So we'll put them on like that. And that will just give it a little bit of support while it twizzles. Make sense?
Yep.
Right, so I'll go around here. So, I have my rotisserie egg, my middle egg, because it's nearer the plug. By the way, do you like my sprout Christmas tree? With lights and everything. Everyone asked for decorations last week. That's as good as it gets around here. No, we've got the other trees out for you. But yeah, sprouts is the way to go. Everyone should have a sprout Christmas tree. So I'm going to put this lamb in like that. I've already got it turned on and rotating, and we're going to put it in there and leave it for about 25-30 minutes. So shut that down. I'm going to cool it down a tiny bit. I don't want it to be too smoky, but it is going to smoke.
Okay.
Stop reading the comments and get the camera in the right place.
Harold says, can you do 1 kilogram? I assume he means a 1 kilogram of mince as a
Yeah, absolutely.
kebab.
It'd just be a bit longer. Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
We've got people cooking, doing some smoked gin and tonic salmon.
Oh, smoked salmon. I think Big Green Egg put out a picture this week of an extra large egg with lots of smoked salmon on it. That was my egg. It's the one over there by Rudolph.
Don't forget the
Yeah, I'm coming.
Cheese is doing salmon on planks and steaks this evening.
Oh, lovely cheese.
More,
Cheese is his nickname, by the way. Anyway.
morning Big Green Cow.
Right.
Oh,
It's spread out a bit.
sorry.
So I am going to grab my wrap. And we'll get back.
Let's probably do with a little bit more. How,
You want a little bit more?
it's
quite solid.
Okay, all right, perfect.
Yeah. So I'm just going to slide it onto the rack to cool. This may be not the best one, but we'll put the recipe up. These turn out beautifully. So that's the first cook. And I will plop it somewhere where it's not raining. We'll pop it there. Right. So with the biscotti, I'm going to show you how to make it in a minute, and we'll make another one. But we're going to then slice that in a minute when it's cooled down, and then we're going to bake it for the second time, and we'll turn it and so on. So that egg in the corner is set up for baking, so it's indirect. It's got the plate set to feet up, stainless steel on the top, and then a baking stone, and it's set for about 170 degrees C. With a few of these bakes, what people have fed back is that they're going by, because I always do it with the Egg Genius because it holds the temperature perfectly, and I set it at grid level. What you'll find out is that grid level, if it's 160 at grid level, the thermometer will be reading 140, so it'll be lower. So if you're reading my recipes, I'm going to try and modify them all so that, like the Christmas cake one says, to cook at 160, well, the thermometer temperature, sorry, we're just losing a bit of bacon. Parchment, the thermometer temperature should read 140 because it'll be 160 down there. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, right. Next, thought I'd try this. I saw we've done this before. Never like this though. Baked Camembert. So I have a Camembert, just a standard one from Tesco's. I've taken it out of its normal wrapper, so I'll take it out of the whole wrapper now. Okay, and then I'm just gonna poke some holes in it, like that, and then I'm gonna poke in some garlic. So I've got some garlic cloves that I've chopped up into 3, so I'm going to pop some of those in, stud it with a bit of garlic. Might not go all of this.
Someone's asked, does the smoke flavour taste odd in baking?
In baking, no, because you don't get a lot of smoke if you've got your egg nice and hot. If you've warmed your egg up, it won't smoke that much. It's only at cold temperatures that the charcoal smokes a bit. So 170 degrees, you'll hardly notice it. So if you want a smoky flavour, normally you have to add it. No, try it. Don't be fearful of these things. Try them. You know, it's good to try different things. If you don't like it, then you don't have to do it again. But you know, you'll never know unless you've tried it. So you know, it's a bit like this recipe. It may be a disaster. We've not done it this way. Give it a go. Why not?
So Franco has asked, is that the 30 or 40 centimetre affair on the table?
That is the it's called the tableau. It's the affair tableau. So take my can of Coke off it. This is a little. You can see you can put charcoal in the hole, and you can have it on your table, and then you can cook on this ring. It's called the tableau. It's a great bit of kit. It's good fun. We took it camping this year and loved it. So yeah. I'm going to cut it off over there and then I can reseal it. I've seen this done as well, so we're going to try it as well. We've never done this, but in the last couple of weeks we've used Nduja a couple of times. There's Italian spicy sausage, so I'm just going to take a little bit off this, take the skin off it. It's probably too much, and I'm just going to flake a couple of pieces on top of here, just to give it a little bit of spice. There we go. That's probably loads. Put that all back in the packet and get it out of the way. I'll backpack it so that you can just, I'll just reseal it and backpack it. I'll just wipe my hands. I've got a set of wipes here. Either my nose is running or the rain is running down my nose. No. So what we're going to do with this, now you could bake it just like that. So you could take the piece out, put it back in the box, put a bit of string round so in case it breaks, put it back in the box and bake it in that. And then when it's baked, then you can dip your French bread into it. Or, I saw this, I thought it was a great idea. Get a little loaf, cut, use your, I did this earlier, your box as a reference, cut a little round, take a bit out, scoop a little bit of the bread out, and then pop your Camembert into the hole in your loaf. How's that look? And now we're going to bake the whole thing. Get that out of the way. Look at this, Helena, I'm cleaning up as I go. Better dry that a little bit before I put the loaf on it. So I'm just going to put it on just a standard baking tray, just to give it a little bit of protection on the bottom. I don't want to put it on a baking stone because I don't want to overcook the bread. We're going to pop that into this oven. It's a little bit warm. Oven, egg. So this one should be about 200 at 210. We're going to pop it in, and what's going to happen is it's going to melt all that cheese. The garlic will infuse it. It will all go into this loaf, which will be beautiful. I might push it down a little bit more. Then we'll be able to chop it and it will all be gooey and lovely. So that's going in for about 20 minutes we'll go
So
for.
Mary has said she likes cornichons and steamed new potatoes to dip into her camembert.
Oh, Mary, love that idea. Absolutely love that idea. Excuse me. Right, so cornichons, we might have to go and find some. like that. Haven't got any new potatoes. Well, I have got new potatoes, but they're not going to be boiled on time.
Okay, so someone has asked, how long does your andouille keep? Either just in cling or resealed by new
So
vat.
when you buy it, it should have a sell-by date on it. And I know you keep opening it and closing it. I'm not super fussy about these things unless it's food I'm serving to customers. So that one had a January date on it. What I will do with it soon is chop it into chunks and freeze it. It freezes beautifully, so then you can take the chunks out and use them when you need them. That makes sense? Cool.
Someone's asked, does the egg have the plate setter in?
Yes, so I'm doing this. This is a bake. Sorry, I should have showed you that. So we've got the plate setter under the bottom. I haven't got the baking stone in, just this. And it's set at about 200 degrees. So yeah, I just don't want to burn the bottom. So I could put the plate set, I could put the baking stone in now. And that will protect the bottom. I might actually do that. Let's do that. Back. Look, there's a Mini Max one. So I'll just pop that underneath. What that's going to do, that's hot, already.
We didn't bring out oven gloves.
Sorry?
Got any oven gloves out?
No, I forgot my oven gloves. That's what I've left in this morning. So I'll put that under, that will protect the bottom of the loaf, but the top and the cheese will start to cook and melt and crisp up. Should be great. I might have to run in and get those in a minute.
Okay.
But anyway, right, yeah, I forgot my oven gloves. That's not very clever. Right, biscotti, how are we looking? Hasn't risen as much.
No, it doesn't rise. It's quite
okay.
a flat biscuit. It's
Right, let me tidy this up. Got a bit of endure on there. Let's dry this and we'll give it a wipe. And then we'll move back to our biscotti. How's that doing over there? It's doing good. Right. Give it a little wipe. So any other questions? What are we all planning on cooking this weekend?
Joe has just said he's taking off as he's on a plane, so he can't watch the whole thing. Rude. I hope you're going somewhere
Joe,
nice,
who's that?
Joe. Joe Rundle.
Okay. Lucky you. Well, as long as it's a holiday. If it's for work, unlucky. Nice. All these people jetting off. Not fair. Right.
Do you need a timer setting for your Camembert?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Somebody look after
Andrea,
it for me.
Andrea.
Perfect. Well done, Andy.
How
Andrea, for 20 minutes.
20 minutes, please, Andrea.
I know, or 15 now. Right.
Thank you.
Oh, stuck on here a bit. I'm probably rushing it, but
It's okay.
anyway. Right. I've got a spare bit that isn't so wet.
So Steve, the barbecue medic, is doing his normal sandwich Saturday, which I'm loving his theme. And tonight they are doing a full English
Oh,
in their sandwich.
nice. That's a good idea. Sandwich Saturday. Yeah, we tend to eat what we cook. Not always, but most of the time. Right. So we have I've cleaned that knife and I'm going to use the other one. I'm going to use my can of Coke to pin it down. How's that?
Awesome.
So we're going to cut these into about 1.5 centimetres thick.
Yeah. I'm slashing it down.
Huh?
Slashing it down.
Stay under the thing. So this one, I'm going to put these on and then I'm going to show you how to make them. Right, so then tip them on their sides.
Yep.
Like this. I should have got another baking tray. We'll wing it. There we go. Tip them on their sides if you can.
Don't get that last bit.
Oh, there's a bit there. I might take these over first.
Do you want to use... Okay.
Right, we're good.
I'll bring this over.
All go on like that. And now we're going to bake them for about 5 minutes and then we're going to turn them.
Steve George says it's lashing it down here too.
Well, funny that, Steve George, since you only live 300-400 metres away. My partner in flu jab crime. We met Steve while we had our flu jabs last week. The exciting
Rock and roll lifestyle we
rock and roll
lead.
life of the village, yeah. Right, so those have got 5 minutes. I can make.
Andrea, can you set a timer for 5 minutes, please?
Oh, knocked over the holly now. Not used to having table decorations. So This is going to be our mix. This is like a car crash, isn't it? We have flour. Helen will tell you how much. We've got very wet sugar.
90 grams of plain flour and 55 grams of sugar and a teaspoon of baking powder.
These are all called dry goods. Not so dry today, but anyway. We're doing a Christmassy theme biscotti. So we've got chocolate chips, we've got some cranberries to make them Christmassy, and pistachios. Everyone likes nuts at Christmas, so they're going in. We're going to put in a teaspoon.
Half a teaspoon.
Half a teaspoon, thank you. Vanilla paste. Eventually. It's like watching paint dry this. That'll do. And now you can see, all see my chef skills. Not that one, there's the other cup. Got another cup here somewhere.
Place that on the board.
There you go. Got to get the yolk of an egg.
So it's sunny down south for Steve the barbecue medic.
Oh, where are you? I don't even know where Steve is. Sunny.
And he's got a flu jab date with his. Oh, he's had a flu jab date
Yeah,
with
he
his
had one
wife
this morning. Yeah, no, he did tell me.
And Mary said that she loves pistachio and almonds biscotti. That might be quite nice.
That would be lovely. But we've got some cranberries. Now, the recipe normally says 1 egg yolk, and you're supposed to bring this together with just 1 egg yolk. It's not enough. So, what we've done with the other one is put some water in. But I'm going to wing it. I'm going to put another egg yolk in. This is how I roll. This one will probably break now.
Oh, sorry, I'd forgotten about the lemon ice cream. So someone suggested that doing the lemon ice cream with the biscotti, that lemon curd. Actually, I've got that on my list to do for Christmas. So obviously you can't cook that on the egg, but it is really nice.
Is that the one we do? No, it's not the one we do in the Thermomix.
No.
Okay. And still, that's not come together. So I'm going to go with 1 tablespoon of water.
Right.
Susan will probably... Oh, okay. Susan will probably tell me exactly how to do this.
Careful. Bring it together with your hands a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going. Jeez. Here we go. See, I'm going to make a better biscotti than you've ever made. Helen does all the baking. You might have guessed that. I think we've told you that before. Oh yes. I've always got warm hands though, so this will probably melt the chocolate. And, you know. Now I've thrown away all my leftover paper. This is going to be the best one you've had, Helen. Great.
We're getting some lovely comments. So your brother's just said, you tell him, Helena. Mary says Seville orange ice cream and brownies are a match made in heaven.
Oh.
Steve says, the barbecue minute. Nick, I know the feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got a very good baker at home, Steve. You know, Cheeky Pixie. Follow Cheeky Pixie on Insta. She's on every week, just about, but does some incredible baking. She's done a lovely loaf this morning. So what you would then do is you'll perfectly pull together, I think you'll find, biscotti, roll it into a sausage shape. This isn't in the recipe because I'm making this up. No, this is the way I'm going to do it. And then you could cook it like that on a bit of baking parchment, which I seem to have lost.
Oh no, because it's blown away. I think
did it blow away? Oh well, I will go and get some in a minute.
Okay.
Right.
Steve, yes, I do clean up before he's finished. Finished
oh God,
cooking.
you got one of those? I'm about to use a knife, and I go to look for it, and it's in the dishwasher. I haven't even used it.
No, I don't put your knives in the dishwasher.
No, you don't. But you know what I mean.
Don't be getting me in trouble
wash
like
my
that.
hands.
Okay.
So, any other questions? You got anyone new on today? If you're new, type in the comments.
Chili Bomb has just joined. Rich and Alice have just joined.
Morning, Rich and Alice. Right, let me get my hands clean and then we'll have a look at what's going on over around here. We need to flip those biscotti. We need to have a little look at our lamb, which will be, hopefully hasn't fallen off the stick. skewer. Oh, that towel's lovely and wet. Right. Biscotti. Was that 5 minutes, Andy? Felt like 5 minutes.
We'll do a little bit more.
We'll flip them.
No, perfect.
Yeah. Baking nicely. Oh, look at those babes. I'm all over it.
5 minute time is up. Thank you.
There you go.
And Lexi's noting everyone who's joined.
Oh, well done, Lexi.
Oh, I'm just
Or
going to
Pickle, my
show
niece.
you my beautiful Brussels sprout Christmas tree again.
Right. Thermopens, absolutely brilliant. You can leave them out in the rain and it doesn't matter, they'll still turn on. So, by the way, they've sold out Thermopen, and so I have 2 left, that's it, and they're both blue. Right. Oh, look at that little bad boy. So I can give it a quick skewer. It's not going to be anywhere near cooked yet. 26, 27. We're going to look for about 63 degrees. That's when it's safe. So we'll get there.
If you take the camera, I'll go and get the...
Okay, I'm going to turn it round and I'll talk to you while if I can work out where the turnarounder is. Yeah, found it. Right. So while Helena gets me some baking parchment, I'll talk to you. So let me see what other questions I can see on there. Oh, I can't see many. So what are you all cooking for Christmas? We're going to spin up. So I'm going to get it in there. We're going to get the Let's Q and a turkey. I've had a request from my family for the beef Wellington that we haven't made yet. So we may do that. Otherwise it might be reverse seared picanha. That is absolute cracker. So we'll have a go at that. You might have seen earlier in the week we did some sprouts. Where's my sprout tree? Hence we've got the sprout thing. So we did some sprouts, but we did them with andouille. So I know there's a theme with this andouille, but you see I've got this big andouille sausage. I've got to use it. So fried them in the cast iron skillet, chucked in some andouille, and it was delicious. So that's another cook, and we might do that at Christmas. Do something a bit different. Anyway, I'm going to pass you back to Helena. I'll spin the camera. Oh, that way.
Go.
Right. So should we have a little look at our Camembert, see what it looks like? So dive in.
Ooh.
Oh, starting to go. Oh, can you see the middle starting to warm up? Our andouille is andouille is melting. Our garlic's crisping up, getting a nice crusty loaf. That is going to be delicious. Right. What I might do while we're at it, we've got a hot oven. We'll take a couple of pitters. We'll get them in there. In fact, let's.
Do you want to check those biscotti again?
Yeah, just a second. Let's get these pitters in. So at least we'll have some warmed up then. I'll take a couple. I'll chuck them in with the bread. Right. Are you trying to stand with the umbrella?
I was, yeah, but it's okay. I've got my big girl pants on.
I'm sure people don't need to hear that. Oh, they're crisping up nicely. I'd say another couple of minutes on those.
Okay.
And then we'll take them off and let them crisp, and we'll put the other one back on to cook. Right. So let's get this one. So a bit of baking parchment. Just double it over. Pop that on there. I'm going to stick it in. No reason why not.
Nope.
Oh, I keep losing all the heat. Oh. You didn't see that, did you?
No. Andrea, could you set another timer for 25 minutes? Thank you.
Right. So, while we're waiting for things to cook, we are going to use some pomegranate. Now, a lot of you I know will go into probably don't, this crowd, but go into the supermarket and buy it already seeded. Already seeded, but it's so easy. So take your pomegranate, that's what a pomegranate looks like, top and a bottom. So we're just going to cut through it side through the middle, and that's what it looks like. And then the easiest thing, grab a wooden spoon and put an apron on. This is a messy business. It's all right, it's my barbecue coat, it gets all sorts. And then hold it in your hand with your fingers spread, and then just whack it.
Joe, we've also got a pomegranate tree in the garden, but we haven't had any fruit on it yet, but we've only had it for about a year. So someone said that they've got
it,
oh, there we go.
And then you just take any bits of the pith, the white stuff out.
It's really juicy, that one.
Yeah. And then I've seen people just turn it inside out and just flick off the last few bits. How easy was that? And that is more than one packet, which will cost you an awful lot. And now we can do the other side. I bet Lexi would love doing this.
Yes.
There we go. So again, take the bits of pith out, the white stuff. It's probably not called pith on a pomegranate, but who knows. Turn it inside out to get the last few bits. There we go. Put that down. Just wipe my hands down. Right.
Can we get the first set of biscotti off?
Yep. I might need to take the tray.
Do you want the oven gloves?
I'll be alright with that. Yeah. So, here they are. Oh, looking lush. It's almost like I've done that before. Move that one into the centre. What I might do is open that out a little bit, just in case he decides to spread a bit.
Give it a good whack, says Pickle.
What, the pomegranate
Yes.
or this?
No, the pomegranate.
Right, I'm going to try and slide these off, just so, what you want them to do now is crisp up. They're a bit soft at the moment, but in a while they'll crisp up and they'll be beautiful.
I like to put them in a little bag, and you can also give them as a gift.
Yeah.
Do you need to check the cheese?
Yep. Let's have a look. I'm looking forward to this bad boy. Oh yeah, that's getting nice and runny. You just get my knife and see if it's gooey all the way through. Turn over. Oh yeah, I reckon another 5 minutes on that. So let's take these off. They've warmed up enough. Now, obviously, you've seen us making you've seen us making flatbreads. There is a flatbread recipe on my website, and we've done it so many times on this cook. I thought I wouldn't bother today, but this works so well. So if you want to show off, then make your own flatbreads. Right, to go into our kebabs, and we'll slice a bit of meat off the outside because it'll be done. Can we take that off and I'll show you? We've got some lettuce, a bit of crunchy lettuce. Make it festive. Some sliced up sprouts. You put white cabbage in there, so why not sprouts? We're going to put in some red onion.
Yeah.
We're going to put in some chili sauce because every kebab should have some chili sauce.
And tzatziki.
And some tzatziki, which I've left indoors.
Do you want me to go again?
I'll go. No, I'll go. See, this is what happens when we lose Andy. The tzatziki that I made this morning, we've also made on a show. And guess what? It's in the fridge. So, you read the comments. I'll be back
I
in 1
will,
second.
yes. Okay. I like sprouts too, as long as they're just not boiled to death and mushy. So yeah, biscotti's looking quite good. I might just have to taste a little bit. I can confirm it's good. Cal, I will ask Nick when he gets back about gammon.
What's she eating?
I
stepped away for 2 minutes.
Yeah. Well, it's quality control.
For 2 minutes and
it's an important role. It's an important role, quality control. So someone has asked, quick gammon question.
Yes, go for it.
Better on the rotisserie?
Tell you in a few days. Haven't done one on the road. Oh no, I have. I did the little one. Awesome. No, yes, we did the little one on the Minimax. It was super moist. I didn't put my normal, I normally do a maple glazed gammon. We didn't do that, but we just cooked it. We put some English mustard on the outside, and did I put maple syrup, or I put honey, or I put something, I can't remember what I did. It was lovely. It was really lovely. So anyway, right, so we're going to get in. Hopefully I've done these enough that I can chop them open. Right, let's go and get some of that meat, shall we? I'm just going to take the outer layers off so I can make this up so you can see them. So obviously the beauty with the Let's Q is you can take things off because it's got a handle. So we'll get a bit of that off. Whoops. Easily done. Take a bit off here. Just like a kebab shop this. That'll do. I'm going to put this back on.
20-minute timer's up, so we need to check the Biscotti and check on the...
Yeah.
Thanks, Andy.
Thank you. There we go.
I can hear you saying, you're welcome.
Right, so, kebab. Boy, it's cold out here. The fat coming off this is already congealing. So, a little bit of tzatziki that we made earlier. Get that in there. Just put the meat in there. We'll put a bit of red onion in there. It's probably too much. Tip with red onion. Slice it nice and thin. Pour boiling water over it. Leave it for 10 seconds and then drain it. And it will take the real bite out of it. Sorry, it's just a bit messy here. Just trying to make this board look pretty. Sprouts. We've got to put a few sprouts in. It's Christmas. A few sprouts, a bit of lettuce, a bit more tzatziki, a few pomegranate seeds, and my favourite, sriracha, but the extra garlic one. It's got brown top. Oh, get that in there. Now that is what I call a Christmas kebab. So I'm going to pop that there. I'm just going to wipe the rest of this board down. So I want to do something nice at the end of this.
Franco, if you don't like sprouts, you could leave them out.
Yes. We all hate sprouts. That's not true. Right, get some biscotti. Oh, they've crisped up nicely. Get those on there looking pretty. And I think there's only one thing left to put on there. A bit of bread. So it's on a baking tray. I will put my oven glove on. And if this works, I'll be a happy man. How are we doing for time? Oh, bang on. Look at that. Now, put that there for a second. There is method in my madness. Oh, you're coming around the wrong side now. You're going to make me change side. Let's get some of this out the way.
I'll come back round.
Yeah. Knock over the... I'm going to hold it all up for a minute. But...
I'm so glad I made the effort with table decorations. About the third time you've knocked them over.
Yeah. Now the idea here is to do that.
Oh gosh.
Look at that. Let me get my knife out the way, and of course you can just keep chopping chunks like that. You can get in there with your bread, you can get a bit of andouille, a bit of fabulous. And that, oh, sorry, no commentary for a little bit.
I'm just gonna, I can't remember where we are with the biscotti.
Anyway, mouthful. Let's do it by Rudolph. How does that all look? Beautiful. What do you think, Rudolph? But we've got lovely melted camembert with a crunchy loaf, a kebab, he says munching through it all, and some biscotti, which if I put them down, now they've cooled down. Here's the here we do we know? Oh, it didn't quite crack, but they're still a little bit warm. But I'm going to try them. I go really well with cheese on my finger. Beautiful. So, I think that's another success. Let's have a look at our lamb for the last time. Into the middle, 54, 55. So we need a little bit more, but that's looking good. This one's still not cooked yet. Oh look, that's kept its shape better than yours.
Yeah,
Just
the
saying.
test will be whether it tastes good. Eh?
Anyway, so hopefully you've enjoyed. Stop raining. Stopped raining. It always stops just after we've finished. So next week will be the last one before Christmas, won't it? So I think we'll stick with this Christmassy, nibbly, ideasy theme.
So if anyone's got any suggestions during the week, then let us know.
Send them in. Sorry, I've got to eat this now, no, just to show. Let you know. Oh my. We had this during the week, and Helena, who's not a kebab person, you loved it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. It was
I've
good.
got it everywhere, I can tell.
Classy.
16 pints of lager and then one of these, be fine. Yeah, don't advise you to make these after you've been drinking though. Sorry, I've got to wipe the phone. I'm covered in cheese, and you don't see this with Jamie Oliver, do you?
No.
Or Gordon or whoever.
No.
Anyway, they don't leave the food with a big bite out of it. But anyway, so let us know what you fancy next week. We'll be back, no matter what the weather, of course. Maybe we'll get some snow.
And don't forget to tag us in your photos, guys. And yeah.
Christmas shopping. If you want anything from Big Green Egg, the last day to buy it is the 16th, which I think is Friday. So we can still do eggs, discount and so on. Any brand new egg at the moment is coming with a free plate setter, free convector, and my usual discount that I give you. Stuff coming from us, so the Let's Q's, we've got plenty in stock. We had another delivery this week. Stuff coming from us, including the Meter Plus. I haven't got any Meter blocks, I sold the last one this morning, but the Meter Plus and the Thermopens and the aprons, there's not many of those either. We think we've said next Friday is the last day for shipping before Christmas, just to make sure it gets to you. We don't want to have stuff stuck with the couriers and not under the tree. I think that's it.
Are the cast iron pans in yet?
Yes, skillets are in. Cast iron skillets are in. So
Steve, drop us a message, and if you need anything, let us know.
Yeah, I can sort you out a deal on those. So the large ones are £70 RRP, so I do those at 63. The small ones are 45, so I do those at £40.50p. Any order over 50 quid is free shipping from Big Green Egg. So if you're buying the small pan, put something else in. So like, I don't know, bag of charcoal or something like that. You may as well get something for you rather than pay 10 quid. So definitely do that. What else should I be telling you? Is there anyone on there from Big Green Egg who's now going to tell me off? But anyway.
Haven't seen.
Yeah, no. But yeah, enjoy your week. Look forward to seeing you all on... What did you say?
Thank you to Andrea and Lexi for...
Oh yes, thank you Andy and Lexi for taking down the questions and all of that stuff. We will post some answers if they've got questions for us. That's what they were doing. Yeah, and we look forward to seeing you all next week. And hopefully I won't be decorating the garden again. I'm only doing it once. But we've also got Christmas lights down here. I don't know if you can see those. You can take those. Can you see them? Yeah. Go round. Anyway, I think we'll leave it on that note. So, yeah, don't look at my desk behind there. That's all the rubbish. But anyway, look forward to seeing you all next week. Cheerio.